Tish Hyman, if you don't recognize that name, is a songwriter. She is a Black lesbian woman who was in a locker room at a Gold's Gym, and she was confronted, if you will, by a biological man who was in the locker room when she was butt ass naked. And she released a video about it in her car. She was super upset, rightly so, because then even as she confronted this man and told him he had no business being in there, there was like a big hullabaloo made about it. And it turned out that Gold's Gym ended up canceling her membership and not the dudes. It was ridiculous. And I mean, I know since then Joey Swole has like tried to get her a membership at a different gym. Most normal people have come out in huge support of Tish Hyman. And she's been obviously talking about this issue a lot. We've been talking about it for ages, right? And this is, you know, the biological men in women's sports issue, men in women's locker rooms and bathrooms issue. This is something that we've been talking about for a long time. So she decided to attend a city council meeting where her state senator, that disgusting, creepy Scott Wiener guy, was speaking. And she decided to confront him about this issue because he's been one of those soft, weenie, like soy boy, creepy dudes about it, right? He's been all like, oh, I just want everybody, no matter who they are, to feel comfortable. No, you don't. You don't want women to feel comfortable. You are catering to the trans community, and there's no two ways about it. So she confronted him. She was so good. You can see the entire video on anywhere that Tish Hyman posts on socials, but here's a good chunk of it because she's so good. And she's wearing, as a bonus, an XXXY sweatshirt, which I just loved. Here is the moment she confronts, no pun intended, Wiener.
Wiener, as the only Black lesbian here, can I please ask you a question because I flew here to do that? Yeah. Okay. As a lesbian woman who was attacked in a woman's locker room at Gold's Gym this week by a self-identifying trans woman with a documented history of domestic violence, I'm deeply concerned about women's safety in female-only spaces. What would you say to women who are seeking assurance that their safety will be protected from men who, by California law, can self-ID as women in women-only spaces, sir? Please tell me.
Yeah, so we want, everyone to be safe. And we also know that, we have trans people, both men and women, who are men and women. And so, so if you're trans women are women.
Senator, you've done great things with the bills you've passed with the housing. I've read a lot of your bills, and like you said, there are bills that need to be opened up, and I'm telling you now, millions of women across America are being harassed and sexually assaulted in locker rooms. I'm a lesbian Black woman. I'm not transphobic. I'm not homophobic. And I do respect a lot of the things you've done. But I do see a lot of these bills that you've passed that are dangerous for women and young children. And I understand that you're trying to be on a level playing field. And I'm here to represent my community because I hear a lot of things about my community in these bills. And I'm telling you as a woman, first and foremost, that this is dangerous and we need your help because you're in the office, you're gonna go in the Pelosi spot. I wanna support you. I have millions of people behind me watching this right now, and we wanna know, are you going to protect women? Not trans women, women. Trans women are different things. Women. Listen, we need to protect women's safety. I was assaulted.
Women are women.
I was assaulted. No, they are not. They are men. I was assaulted by men. He broke his wife's jaw so bad she needed reconstructive surgery. I'm a lesbian. I'm not transphobic and I'm Black. So if there's another Black woman in here who wants to tell me how they feel, please join in. But all of you are not. And I don't know who you are, what you are, but I'm a lesbian, and I'm telling you right now, men are harassing women in the locker room.
Let's let him answer the question.
I'm just telling you, since I want to woo.
No, just let's.
Now I'm done. And by the way, I respect what you have done. I just want to let you know that.
Let's give the senator the opportunity.
I'm done.
I appreciate your point of view.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry that you were harassed,
multiple times.
and I appreciate you talking about it. I think we need to protect the safety of all women, and that obviously that's incredibly important. And I also know that trans women are also brutalized in this country. So women and cisgender women are brutalized in this country, and we have to protect the safety of all women.
We have to protect women. We cannot be raped in the bathrooms by men that want to say they're women. They're not women. They're not women. I'm leaving. It's okay, but I'm not going to take it. I am leaving because you know what? You guys are not protecting women. You're doing a lot. The bills that you're passing for the law, I read a lot of them. They're great. But this things with the trans, it's not right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And it went on. Like I think she found like a supporter on her way out. And so she was talking. I mean, she was still making her point well after that, but that was the gist. So you needed to see how he was terrified of her, which I just kind of loved. He was squirming so hard.
What I think is crazy is like, you can tell when liberals get caught in this situation that they also don't really believe the line of rhetoric that the party's spewing. It, like, you saw how he struggled, like, men and women are out there being men and women. It's like, what? But it's like a humiliation ritual. Like, they do not believe it either, but they are forced to say it, and it makes no sense. So of course they also doubt it, which is kind of, I'm like, thank God they actually do doubt it. Like, they're not totally off their rocker, but for some reason they repeat it anyway, even though they clearly don't think that.
I know. I mean, it's just such nonsense at this point. And I would have thought, I mean, I feel like we have seen the pendulum swing, maybe not swing all the way back, but it has righted itself to some degree after all of this nonsense that took place under Biden. You know, Trump made a lot of moves about this specific issue. And I feel like because it's such an 80-20 obvious issue that, you know, we were starting to see some positive changes, but there are still the Scott Wieners of the world that only care about appeasing this tiny minority of people. I will never understand it. It's a terrible strategy, but unfortunately in California, it works. And you were telling me in pre-show, I didn't realize this, that he is running for Pelosi's seat?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I don't know how likely it is that he actually will win. I'm not sure who else is running or anything, but he's thrown his name in the ring for Pelosi's seat. So that's a huge,
oh my God,
huge deal. He wants to be in Congress, not just in the California State Senate where they're all freaking crazy. Mm-hmm. I definitely don't want him voting on federal laws when he can't even say what biological genders exist.
Yeah. I mean, that's terrifying that he could actually be Pelosi's replacement. Oh my God, that is terrifying. You know what's also the worst is weight gain and weight fluctuations up and down. I read a stat thanks to our friends at Brickhouse Nutrition who make Lean, this amazing weight loss product. I read that you can, by the time you hit the age of 60, you will have lost and regained several 100 pounds if you do like all that yo-yo dieting. Can you imagine by the time you're 60, you losing and gaining several 100 pounds like that? We know that that can't be good for you. But I also know that a lot of people who want to lose weight do not want to do the injections because those come with just like a myriad of side effects. We don't even know. Like if you're on it, you just need to know that you're part of a case, like you're a guinea pig. And you are what's being studied for long-term effects of those GLP whatevers, the injections. So this is a much healthier plan. It is lean weight loss, and it's a much gentler plan. It has some of the same actions as the GLP-1s, except without all of the dangerous side effects. So it helps you maintain healthy blood sugar, it helps you control your appetite and your cravings, and it helps burn fat by converting it into energy. And we've seen a lot of good testimonials about this stuff. So if you are looking to lose some weight, whether it's a little or a lot, you might try Lean by visiting takelean.com. When you use code CHICKS, you're going to get 20% off your order. So that's a nice, healthy discount at takelean.com. Check it out. On this same topic, Dennis Prager released a video about the fact that men cannot become women. This shouldn't be news. This shouldn't be anything earth-shattering, but he did it in a way that only Dennis Prager can. And he actually drew on his own personal experience of having the spinal cord injury to make an analogy, which I thought was perfect. Take a listen.
Okay, you can't become the other sex. You can't. It's just the way it is. You can't become another species. You can't become the other sex. You can think you are, like I think my fingers are moving, but they're not moving, nor have you moved. The trick is to make peace with the sex into which you were conceived and came into this world. That's it. That's what responsible therapy would involve. Not let me help you accept your delusion. Would a doctor help me? Help me right now. Dennis, if you think you're moving your fingers, you really are. We're going to affirm that you're moving your fingers. That would not help me.
Perfectly stated.
Heartbreaking.
I know it is, right?
So perfect, but that does just break my heart for him.
I know. But like the fact that he is in his situation and is still using his platform to speak truth like that, to try to get the right message out. It's just, I just admire him so much. By the way, I saw somebody in the comments say that Pelosi's daughter is also running for Nancy's seat, and that's not true. She's actually running for state Senate. She might actually be running for Wiener's seat, amazingly. So I'm surprised that she's not running for her mom's seat. That's a real shocker to me, because you would think
yeah.
it'd be such a slam dunk if it's another Pelosi on the ballot. But I guess she's just running for state Senate at this point. So anyway, she is not running for that same seat. Lastly, on this topic, Caitlyn Jenner, who of course is a trans person, and who also was an Olympian, has always been on the right side of this issue, despite the fact that Caitlyn Jenner tries to live as a woman. Caitlyn is very aware of biological reality, and I appreciate that. And so here's Caitlyn on Fox yesterday talking about this whole issue.
Yeah, my final thought is this. Look, I am a trans woman, but I am still biologically male. I'm XY. There's nothing I can do to change that. Males do have a better advantage and a big advantage in sports over women. It's just not fair.
I don't know why this is so hard for people.
Yeah. It is completely ridiculous that this has to be said. And I think Caitlyn Jenner is a great voice for that, because Bruce Jenner obviously won the Olympics. Like, could you imagine had he competed in a women's category?
Oh my God.
Like, people would not be able to break those records today still. So
nope.
I can't believe that needs to be said, but I'm glad that someone's saying it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's always one thing that I've appreciated about Caitlyn, is just that level of honesty and reality. Because so many trans people just deny actual reality, and they just insist on being not just accepted, but like approved of and adored for their delusion. And I'm not participating. I'm sorry, but I'm not ever gonna. So I'm sorry that reality hurts people, but that's just how it is.